So, today's quick discussion is about I think half of the people in this group have asked me how to practice or how to get consistent with their practice, and that it's their biggest daily struggle. So, I have three very short and quick tips, and it's really all about how to habit stack. So, when you're habit stacking, you are making a habit out of something really, really, really tiny. So, for instance, after your morning coffee, you want to make sure you do your dishes, but you never do. So, you start by running the water and maybe wiping down a spoon or something. And the next thing you know, 3, 4 weeks later, you're able to finish your entire pile of dishes. It's one of those things like you go to the gym, you every day, you know that you're not going to see results after the first day, but 2 months down the line, suddenly you're like, oh, oof, yeah, I'm looking good. So that's what practicing is like as well. So my three super short tips are: one, don't start with some mega, I'm going to practice an hour today, I'm going to do 2 hours tomorrow, I'm going to get there, everything. Start really, really small. And by small, I mean maybe just walk into the dance room if you have a special room for it. I wouldn't even bother with that. That's a whole nother can of tomatoes, worms. I would start with, like, after my coffee, sitting in Uttamundi for 30 seconds. Or I tell my students while you brush your teeth or you're on the subway doing Tatkar. So super short, nothing more than a minute to start, and keep it consistent. Don't do a minute here and then wait a week and a half and do a minute. That's why we keep it short, so you can keep it consistent. After a coffee then becomes 2 minutes, then 3 minutes. You're like, oh, I'll just add on something the next day. Next thing you know, 6 months down the line, you'll notice you've added your half-hour practice in. So short, and then build. Two, keep it consistent by stacking after something you do every single day. You're never going to get to a full regular practice if you try to do it randomly. Okay, I'll do it at 2 p.m. tomorrow when I have time. It won't happen because it's not a habit. You're not doing it after something regular. So if you're a kid especially, you have routines. Do it after snack time every time. Do it after lunchtime every time. Do it before your homework every time. And then practice just becomes a natural habit and not a fight. Every day reminding someone to practice is difficult. And then the third is reward yourself. The things that work on dogs work on humans. So if you practice and start giving yourself something that you would treat, and like I would use sugar because I'm not healthy, but use what's a real reward for you. A bite of chocolate, TV time, stuff that you wouldn't normally allow yourself to do, and use that as the reward. So then you start to associate really good feelings with practice. I'm betting money most of you have negative feelings around practice right now, and that makes it even harder because you're like, oh, if I practice I'll feel good, but I'm paralyzed because I already feel bad about not practicing. Try the techniques out. Let me know if it works. And have a great Labor Day. I don't know why I'm working.